Your boy Razer. Today we're gonna talk about this console. It's the Xbox, or shall I say, L-Box. This Xbox sucks. Eventually, it sucked ever since its release. Eventually, who does care about it anymore? Eventually, me personally, I don't like it anymore. This console is the worst console, STD infested console I've ever been with. Who does like it? Who does like it? Who does like it? How the players eventually endured this abomination, this shittiest, the most disgusting, the most vile, the most low graphic, high brightened games event I've ever seen in my entire life. And the game's graphics, eventually, honest, looks even worse than an Atari eventually or just a Nintendo DS. But a Nintendo DS will be better than this shit eventually. Yeah, of course, eventually. The games are completely dead, and dead its average age, or the average eventually of their games. Yes, it's dead. Okay, let's talk about the games are still in there. There is none. Forza Horizon is already dead. Marvel's Avengers already cancelled. Eventually, DC games are no more in there. There's no exclusives. Eventually, there's no Spider-Man 2 on it. There's no God of War Ragnarok or something like that. Who does like it eventually? And Assassin's Creed eventually Ezio Collection honest sucks. Eventually makes it feel like Ezio is a 2D character made from a pencil from the year 1996. But whatever. Don't you feel sick to your stomach when you see this console and this shape eventually? And the controllers are looking actually the same. The same eventually like 2 decades ago. They have never changed the controls eventually. They are having this annoying misogynistical egotistical. What is this? This buttons makes me feel eventually angry, and eventually makes me feeling bugged eventually every time you have to press A for what eventually. And these two eventually arrows makes me feel like I don't know what to use which one of them eventually. Makes me feel eventually. Even playing Need for Speed in this controls makes me feel like I'm very sick eventually about that. I'm very sick and tired eventually of this console eventually. I wish this stop production. Nobody like it eventually, and this Game Passes sucks eventually. For $30 you're gonna get 2 games only, and for $200 or the high eventually one you get eventually more than 12 exclusive games eventually and plus 2 free games. I don't like it. I don't like eventually. Most of the time football games eventually like FIFA, like PES, and most commonly Minecraft. Oh man, Minecraft is so dead. Nobody is using Minecraft anymore. Minecraft is dead already. Minecraft doesn't serve more than decades ago. This thing is old now. Nobody. It's a very old game. There is no good Marvel games in there eventually. They have only that Lego Spider-Man. This game eventually. The Lego Avengers, whatever eventually this is. Lego Superheroes 2 now, I remember now. The game sucks anyway, and we have the doo-doo, the most infested STD game event I've ever seen, and that is Marvel's Avengers. Good thing it was cancelled. It was the worst game I've ever played with my friends. This is the conclusion eventually. This console eventually needs to be stopped, to be honest with eventually. They don't have any games eventually. They say Halo Infinite is good. That's not good anyway. Its graphics is bad, eventually, and the story it's not eventually. I feel like it's not even finished. Nobody likes it. I feel, and Forza Horizon eventually is dead anyway. Forza Horizon 3 dead. Forza Horizon 4 dead as AF. And Forza Horizon 5, 7% of the gamers eventually play this now eventually. And the areas eventually are so empty than the Mojave Desert. Even though. In conclusion, eventually, guys, this games eventually in Xbox became so boring eventually. If you want to buy something so amazing eventually and giving you a best of contents of games eventually and what's up to date eventually, go buy a PS5 eventually, go buy a controller, buy the Logitech steering wheel eventually, and enjoy some racing games like Gran Turismo 7. Amazing, a 10 out of 10. No enhancement needed eventually. This game I recommend for other racing gamers eventually. To get this game, it's amazing. Its campaign is so good eventually, having collection of cars eventually, and a lot more eventually. And if you want eventually one of best samurai games eventually, go buy Ghost of Tsushima. Man, this story of Gen Sakai makes me feel. I still playing the game eventually, and makes me feel eventually I'm alive eventually. The graphics, the action, the everything. But Xbox, it's reverse of all of that. The Xbox is just a bugging, a doo-doo. It's a nothing, it's an ass eventually. It makes you feel like pain in the ass eventually. Nobody likes it anymore. The only thing I wish for Xbox is to die eventually. Xbox, you still suck.